So moving on, we're going to take a look at what are some of the digital risks, right? Because we are all, most of the time, I think since early 2020, most of the time the movers workshop are in a digital setting. So in a way that we also want to understand what are some of the digital risks that we may be unaware, but then we are exposed to. So it's really, really important to have this basic understanding. So, and again, just take a few minutes to really reflect something that happened, it either is related to your identification, your data, or, the software or things that happened that to your friends or your personal experience. So what are some of the digital risks? So let's take a look at some of the broad categories. So the first one is identity theft, right? So so it occurs when someone uses your personal information and pretend to be you, and in order to fraud and get other financial benefits, right? So for example, people stole other people's personal information and use their credit card. This kind of incidents that happens a lot, right? And your personal information that which includes your full name, address, email address, online login passwords, your ID number, your license, etc., etc. And so once those thieves access this information, they use it to commit identity theft or sell it on the dark web, right? And then the second big category is catfishing. So basically, it's a deceptive activity where a person creates fictional persona or fake identity in social networking service, right? So usually target a very specific victim, right? So someone, they create like a fake identity, fake faces, etc., etc. And then because of this, that the true identity is hiding behind this fake identity, and that kind of makes people feel like they would not get into trouble for any consequences, right? Then the person, this fake identity, they feel like they can do whatever they want because they won't get caught, right? So that's most of the time the person commit cyberbullying or this like kind of cybercrime. And then the third big category is deepfake. So basically it's referred to a video that has been edited using algorithm to replace the person in original video with someone else. So if you have not yet watched this video, you can search this deepfake video of Obama's speech, and then you will get a sense and understand what does it really mean. So with all this broad category, everything that being said, I think it's really, really important for us to always have this alertness in our mind to really ask ourselves, what are the source of different kinds of information, be really, really critical about everything that we receive online, and never trust, this random, untrustworthy source of information. And then with all that broader categories, and there are also some thing that we also want to remind you with, all this cyber bullying, cyber stalking, and cyber harassment, all these kind of things could also be, some of the digital risks that we are exposed ourselves with. So cyberbullying is, it's like bullying, right? But they use digital technology through repetitive behavior, so aimed at scaring, angering, or shaming people who are targeted, right? And cyber stalking involves also repetitive incidents, which may or may not individually be innocuous acts, but combined undermine the victim's sense of safety and cause distress, fear, or alarm. And then cyber harassment, it can take place in different types of forms, including but not limited to all these unwanted messages, inappropriate, advanced social networking website or internet chat rooms, threats, hate speech, etc., etc. So all these kind of things that we need to be, be aware of, that those kind of things exist, and we need to know that we need to be able to detect and understand these are cyberbullying, these are cyber stalking, this cyber harassment, right? Because sometimes we don't know why people behave in a certain way to us, and and we feel like that we don't really know what's going on, so it takes time for us to react. So it's really, really important that we know this kind of things, and we have to stop it as early as possible. We have to either inform people, we have to protect ourselves, protect our data security, etc., immediately. So it's very, very important to know about this.